to jail for what? Interfering with what? For what? For what?
Interfering.
I'm just standing right here on the sidewalk, sir. That's all I'm doing.
You're on the sidewalk.
I am on the sidewalk.
You're on the sidewalk. You can't do that.
Alright, y'all. I came across a couple of incidents this week where kids were handcuffed and arrested for being kids. And thought I'd at least throw something together and, put it out there for y'all.
Growing outrage after Lansing, Michigan police handcuffed and detained a 12-year-old boy as he was just taking out the trash. They say they were looking for a car thief. ABC's Morgan Norwood joins us with the details. A disturbing story. Morgan, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Janae. This incident is the latest in a string of mistaken identity encounters. Tayshawn Bernard's father says that he knew something was wrong when his 12-year-old took a little longer than usual to take out the trash, right? But when he went outside to check it out, his son was being led away in handcuffs. This morning, growing outrage after police in Lansing, Michigan detained a 12-year-old boy while he was taking out the trash.
A kid bringing out his trash to be dumped.
Tayshawn Bernard's father says he asked his son to take the trash to their apartment complex's dumpster. Well, when he didn't return after a few minutes, he went outside to find his son handcuffed and being placed in the back of a police cruiser. The boy... All
right, so this kid's taking out the trash for his dad. Ends up in handcuffs and then being placed or was placed in the back of a cruiser. I'm going to tell you right now, that's the kind of thing that sticks with you. And while we can all say, okay, they can apologize, it's some mistaken identity, everybody makes mistakes. What this does is it sets a precursor, it sets up a situation where, he's going to be driving in 4 years. When he gets pulled over by a police officer, what is he going to remember? He's going to remember that these guys will find a reason to handcuff anybody who looks even slightly suspicious. And if you're nervous is enough for them. It's enough for them to run a dog, to get you out of the car, to try and find a reason to hem you up.
Released moments later, but lawyers for the family say he's still distraught.
He's been so traumatized that he does not want to go outside. He doesn't want to take the trash out. He doesn't even want to check the mail.
The Lansing Police Department posted an explanation on Facebook stating an officer was pursuing a suspect in a string of Kia thefts wearing neon shorts and a white shirt. A different officer was in the area and saw Bernard wearing a very similar outfit and put cuffs on him.
Our client wasn't wearing a white shirt. In fact, our client was wearing a light gray colored shirt.
The department also issuing an apology saying, "Our hope is we can put this unfortunate case of wrong place, wrong time behind us."
Okay, and I don't know if this article is going to get to it or not, but their suspect was also like in his 20s or 30s, not 12. Okay, I mean, mistaking the color of his shirt is one thing, but it's a 12-year-old kid. He's not some 20 or 30-some-year-old car thief. There's a pretty noticeable difference between a 12-year-old.
Continue to represent the community that we serve.
He wasn't in the wrong place, nor was this the wrong time. He was in the right place, his home.
And lawyers for the Bernard family say that they're exploring all legal options, including the possibility of filing a lawsuit.
All right, now let's move over to this one. I find this one actually even more disturbing. This drives me insane. Holy cow. What they do here is... This is just wild.
I'm just speechless right now because, for one, I can't believe it happened. Like, why would you arrest a 10-year-old kid?
Last Thursday, LaTanya Eason stopped by a Senatobia attorney's office for legal advice. She says within as little as 10 minutes, a police officer interrupted her meeting. He caught her 10-year-old son, Quantavious Eason, urinating behind her car.
I was like, son.
So she's in taking care of some business with a lawyer, and You know, she's got her 10-year-old and his sister out in the car. I do believe somewhere it says he was playing a video game or whatever, being occupied, sitting in the AC. And, you know, his sister basically says, oh, there's no bathroom in there, or don't bother mom, or something like to that effect. So he goes out and takes a whiz outside. Should he have done it? Probably not. Do 10-year-olds make mistakes? All the time. That's what 10-year-olds do. It's hard to walk into a society and know exactly what all the norms are and, you know, be perfect. I don't know. Whizzing outside is one of my favorite things. So.
Why did you do that? He said, Mom, my sister said they ain't got a bathroom in there. I was like, well, you knew better. You should have came and asked me if they had a restroom. So he was like, since you had it like a mom, then he could just get back in the car.
But Eason says things quickly took a turn for the worse when several more police cruisers pulled up.
So several more police cruisers. So let's just call it 2 more police cruisers, give them the benefit of the doubt. So now they've got 3 cop cars on scene for a 10-year-old taking a whiz. I mean, don't they have anything better to do? How big of a threat does this 10-year-old and his mom pose to the public that you got to go and pull up 3 cruisers on this guy? Come on. And then it gets worse. They take him to jail.
Officer came over there and was like, your son got to get out of the car. He got to be arrested because he can't do that.
I started like crying a little bit, and they had like took me down there, and they got me out the truck, and I wasn't knowing what was happening.
Quantavious says they held him in a jail cell, and his mom says,
there we go. Got that blue line flag flying high. These guys in their uniforms and their cars doing their thing. I'm telling you, that's what gangs look like. That is not an American flag, folks. They don't even have all the stripes on it. That's the flag of the people that just arrested him. So yet again, we've got a situation. What's this kid gonna think as he's grown up when he sees police officers after an encounter like this? They take him, throw him in jail over this? Come on. This is cite and release. As a grown adult, this is cite and release.
They charged him with child in need of services, then released him to her.
That could really traumatize my baby. My baby could get to the point where he don't want to have a county with police, period.
I get scared, start shaking and thinking I'm going to jail.
Man, I don't even get that. Like, how are you gonna do that to a kid?
I'm just speechless right now because
how are you gonna do that to this kid?
They charged him.
I get scared, start shaking and thinking.
I'm sorry, guys.
Jail. Start shaking.
Back to here. Yeah, there we go. Got him shoved in the back of that car, taking him to jail. This is how you end up with these situations where people are like, I don't get why somebody's so nervous around the cops, or why they don't trust the police, or this, that, and the other. It's because police do things like this. You know, messing with that 12-year-old, that was bad enough. Now you got a 10-year-old. You're not out looking for somebody. There's no crimes being committed. There's nothing like that. The initial officer, he was going to let his mom take care of it. Yeah. Okay, so maybe some discipline should happen. A conversation should be had. You know, some corrective action. But when your government's first reaction to a 10-year-old boy taking a whiz in the wrong spot is to throw him in the pen, we have a problem. So, as always, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Tell me how you feel about this content. I'm gonna, throw out a couple of things here and there and try out some new stuff. So, You know, tell me what you think. And as always, be safe, watch out, and I'll see you next time.